Imagine this. You're lying in bed beside someone whose skin you know better than your own reflection. Their scent is etched into your bones. You've memorized the rhythms of their sighs, the temperature of their silence, the topography of their body. And yet, at 2:43 a.m., you turn away, eyes wide open in the dark, haunted by a single piercing thought. Do I love them? Or am I just addicted to how they make me feel? The room is silent, but your mind screams. You remember the beginning, the intoxicating beginning, the heat, the thrill, the ache, the way their presence felt like a drug hitting the bloodstream. Every glance a high, every touch a fire, every kiss a crash into oblivion. But now, the fire has cooled, hasn't it? Or maybe it just changed shape. Is that what love does? Or is this what withdrawal looks like? There's something cruelly ironic about desire. It feeds on absence but dies in familiarity. The closer we get to someone, the more we see of them. Their flaws, their fears, their past. And paradoxically, the less mysterious and intoxicating they become. What we once craved becomes routine. The high begins to fade. And when it does, we often panic. We ask ourselves questions we dare not voice aloud. Is this love? Or is the spell just broken? Think back. How many times have you fallen in love only to feel the fire fizzle once the novelty wore off? How often do we confuse emotional intensity with emotional intimacy? Are we even capable of distinguishing them? Or have we become conditioned, like addicts, to chase the feeling rather than the person? To crave the flood of dopamine more than the soul behind it? Philosophers, poets, and psychologists have wrestled with this very contradiction for centuries. Plato spoke of eros, the passionate yearning for beauty, and how it can either lead us to spiritual enlightenment or drag us into madness. Freud likened love to neurosis. Rumi called it divine intoxication. Today, neuroscience calls it a chemical cocktail, a volatile mix of dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and adrenaline, tailored to hijack our reasoning and make us believe that this surge, this ache, this need is the most real thing in the world. But is it? Or are we simply prisoners of our own neurochemistry, mistaking neural fireworks for soul connections? Here lies the paradox. Love, real love, is supposed to be steady, mature, enduring, a slow burn that warms rather than consumes. But lust? Lust sets you on fire. It consumes you whole. It has no patience, no logic, no interest in compatibility or character. It just wants, and it wants now. Yet how can we know, really know, whether what we feel is love or just a highly sophisticated addiction to the way someone makes us feel? What if we're not falling for people, but for the version of ourselves we become in their presence? What if what we call love is simply a mirror reflecting our deepest insecurities, needs, or longings? Worse, what if we prefer lust precisely because it doesn't last? Because it allows us to stay suspended in the fantasy, untouched by the mundanity of real intimacy? What if the real fear isn't losing the person, but facing who we are without the high? These questions don't just whisper in our minds at 2 a.m. They echo in our breakups, our betrayals, our rebounds. They live in the cycle of falling hard, burning out, and seeking the next spark. We tell ourselves stories. It wasn't the right person. We just lost the spark. They changed. But what if we haven't changed? What if we keep seeking intoxication over connection, fireworks over fires that last? And here's the terrifying possibility. Maybe most of us don't want love. Not really. Maybe we want the rush, the chase, the drama, the dopamine. Maybe we are not romantics at heart, but hedonists in denial, addicted not to the person, but to the emotional roller coaster they awaken in us. So now the question burns. When we say we're in love, are we truly seeing another soul? Or are we just high on the feeling they give us? Hold that thought, because what comes next will peel back the curtain on biology, psychology, and the dark dance between lust and love. We're about to step into the raw underbelly of desire, where chemistry battles connection and fantasy contends with truth. Are you ready to find out what's really driving your heart?